Hello, welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII Remastered comic playthrough. So, after we talk to Fujin and Raiden, you're going to want to go around the garden in a circular motion. You can go left from right or right to left, it doesn't matter, but you'll have to hit every single area in the garden. Take care of the faculty members and the monsters that they summon towards you, and then you'll hit another scene with Zhu. So for now, we're going to go hunt down all the dudes and fight the monsters. You will gain some experience unless you card these enemies, or you use break magic or stop. So just keep that in mind. Unless you want to level, then just take the levels as they go, and set your GF and your abilities accordingly. So from here, what we want to do is head down, go back to the entrance, talk to this guy right here 2 times, and he gave us a Mega Potion. That was a little too quick. So if you talk to that student twice, you'll get a Mega Potion, which is really good. Back down here. And we're going to talk to this faculty member. Since we sided with Sid when we came in here, all these guys are going to be aggressive towards us. So, when the bombs have Fyra, that means that they leveled up along Squall 2. So these bombs now will take like a countdown. So every time you're going to hit them, they'll inflate and then they're going to explode. Cause pretty big damage on their self-destruct, so try to kill it beforehand. If you need to use, Blizzard Magic, Jiva, or equip it to your elemental attack. So if you don't kill it in 3 turns, once it inflates, it will explode. So always try to get your highest attacker to go first to see how much damage you can do. And in this case, Squall can pretty much one-shot a bunch of things. So with that guy taken care of, I'll check my junctions real quick. And yeah, so you just want to make sure, because you are going to be leveling up, so you want these bonuses more than you do the pluses. And random battles will happen around the garden now as a result of all the monsters being released. We'll head over to the infirmary first, and you saw that if you do a perfect Galbadian missile base area, then you're going to upgrade your seed rank by 2. I went from 8 to 10, so we're off to a really good seed rank in there, and that's without even doing any of the tests yet. Always, always, always help. Your seed rank is affected by the stuff. Good old doctor's code. So talk to Dr. Katawaki one more time to get that elixir. You're going to be doing that a lot, so you're going to want to exhaust the dialogue for all the NPCs because they're going to give you some pretty good items here. And then 6 elixirs is perfect, so do not spend those. We're going to need those for a side quest much later. Then you can do the card thing in here if you want, but honestly I don't want to mess with the rolls right now. Good guy Squall. Forgetting his teammates. So this guy will run past you, so just turn off the ×3 if you're using it. Interact with him. We'll pick up an X potion from these guys. Make sure you say you're with the headmaster. If you don't, then they won't give you the item. I picked up a X potion from him. Keep running around the garden. Head into the cafeteria. I kind of figured we're gonna run into one of these eventually. So T-Rex are... You can blind these dudes, and it'll help a lot with them not hitting you. And then you can also put it to sleep like the tutorial at the very beginning of the game gave us. These things are just cranked with HP though, so it is going to take a few turns to get rid of them. So this specific bomb is very good because it has some pretty powerful magics here. Firaga and Meltdown. Meltdown you're gonna definitely want. This thing is pretty much easy mode. And then I would just draw it. It'll be fine. So heavy damage obviously. But just those few meltdowns will actually help, because if you stock some of that magic, meltdown essentially makes any monster's vitality 0, meaning that its entire defense just drops. So that's very useful. A lot of late game bosses, and any boss really is susceptible to that magic. So if you want to turn enemies to be pretty much easy mode in this game, use meltdown on them. And then they'll turn like a discolored purple, and then that's when you know that the vitality 0 hit them. And then just swing away with your weapons and they'll take max damage plus. Okay. So there's a demi drop point that's hidden in here. If you use move find, it'll appear, but it's just right here. And this is the only time in the game that this is going to appear. So if you want to give demi to someone who doesn't have a lot of magic, then do that. Yeah, so talk to that girl for a second time after the hot dog failure there, and you'll get some Geisha greens. And now that you have your room back, you're able to restore your HP pretty much for free every single time. So if you encounter a lot of T-Rexars and they're just beating you up, go back to your room. These guys got some pretty good items to drop. If you can mug it for its rare Dragon Fang or Dragon Fin. It's going to be used for making weapons. They also absorb lightning, so make sure you're not equipped with any kind of lightning in your elemental attack. That's a tough enemy, tougher one than what we've been fighting. The parking lot is as uninteresting as it has been the entire game so far, but just grab a free tent. The training center's battle is going to be kind of tough. This is a forced T-Rexar, and we actually got one in the hallway. Great. These guys are susceptible to death magic as well. So if you're having a hard time defeating it with your basic weapon, just hit it with the death. So just to show that, let's see, we got Death on Magic. Okay, so we're going to have to take the hit from that. So just to show. So they brought an interesting name there. Who the heck is Nord, right? Yeah, there you go, that's Death hitting. So 10 AP for T-Rexar is nothing to scoff at there. I already met 3 and I got like 30 AP just from 3 of the same type of monsters there. And those Dino Bones are very, very useful. They will turn into Quake magic. If I can find it. Yeah, Quakes is just another one of those spells that will upgrade your damage pretty well, and they're very easy and kind of common to get if you know where to hunt down T-Rexars or if you just refine their card. So Squall's looking good with Tornado. I want another character to kind of hit hard at this point. So I think we'll do Renoa so she has a better upgraded weapon. And Quake Junction into your elemental defense will give you absorption for earth magic, so we're gonna need that later, but not right now. So now Renoa is gonna hit a little bit harder. Tornado is still the way to go, so if you want to spend more windmills in order to do that, then I suggest to do it. I could have done it a long time ago, but I'm just holding on to it for weapon upgrades if I need to. But they're very easy to farm off those Thrust Avis enemies. So, you know what? Why not? Let's just do it. I know where to get them. You'll need at least 2 anyway, so you have more than plenty on that end. And you see from water to tornado, it's not going to look like a tremendous upgrade because the side characters don't really go as high as Squall will, unless you start training it. And Squall's getting an even better advantage because we're getting the strength bonuses as we're doing this. And there's nothing really here on the inside. You can run around and go fight the Grats and everything else that we've been fighting in there. And then we want to head down to that one final section, the library. And then, because we have Zell in the party, we're actually going to get a much better item than we would have received. So I'll talk to the girl with the pigtail. So she gives you the Mega Phoenix. If you don't bring Zell here, you'll actually get like a remedy or an antidote or something like that. Something very common. And if you bring Zell, because this girl has a crush on him, she'll give you a Mega Phoenix. Very useful when you have more than one person knocked down. Yep. Or if like a bunch of your party members are KO'd. Again, that S unit draw point, it will just never reset. And then this is your second opportunity now to grab the Occult Fan 1 if you didn't do that already from Disc 1. So with the guy in the front cleared out, there's 2 battles in the front and then all of these side circle ones. Head towards the front and you should see Zhu as she's running up the stairs. We're going to go chase after her and head to the second floor. You want to go all the way down the hallway. I don't think you can go to your homeroom. So our earlier GFs are getting close to the end of their move list, and a lot of this stuff won't come near the future, but we'll actually end up deleting some of those moves so we can learn better ones. Gonna have to strategically set it up though, but it won't be for a long while, not until we get every single GF in the game. So talking to Sid is only going to put you in the menu. Kind of useless since we can do that anyway with triangle, but you can save from him. He does act as a save point. So if you need to and you want to, go ahead and do it. I suggest doing it. Now, when we head down in the sewers, we're going to get a tutorial about Elemental Junction. It's kind of a refresher, honestly, but should know how to do this by now. Noah almost got squished. Oh my. Alright, so we'll just continue and let them give us the tutorial. So just a major suggestion here for them, they're just telling you, hey, put on fire magic, things down here are weak to fire. I think that's only going to relate to Squall for me, since he's the only one that I stockpile fires with. Because I don't like to overload their magic page, which I've already kind of done with a bunch of them. Especially Squall. But a lot of that stuff's going to go away because we're going to get better magics as the game goes on. So I try to spread out the elements, but I gave them too many. There are undead down here, so maybe having Drain is not a great idea for Squall to be having down here. And there's a chance to encounter an enemy called a Tri-Face. So if you have Bio equipped, it's actually going to absorb that. So a lot of the stuff down here is kind of, they can be blinded or they can be slept. I would probably take blind, because blind is just better. Blind lasts the entire battle. And then we want to get more of those to 100. So come down ladder through this door right here, and there's going to be this little button mashing minigame. I never get it with one guy. I always usually get it with two, though. And that would be because I have the ×3 on. So if you turn off the ×3, you might actually have a chance. This doesn't do anything, it's just one of those annoying side quests, or mini games. Kind of like the little pump valve in Final Fantasy VII Remake. So this is an area where you can encounter Blood Souls and the Forbidden for the first time. Forbidden at high levels will cast death on you, so it's just something to be aware of. None of our people are resistant to death right now. I'll check it. You don't want to put the burden on someone else, otherwise it'll affect your seed rank. To this panel. And there's really nothing up here at all, like there's nothing even with move find, so I'm just going to climb down. And you can, the full life draw point will reset, but after a long while, so it's just kind of, however many you grab from it, just leave it at this point. Head over here to the green light, flip this over, and go ahead and make your way down. So in this area, you will have a high chance to encounter the Tri-Face enemy. Which if we get one, kind of do, just to show them. They're a very nasty enemy though, but very important. That encounter half is working its wonders right now. So we didn't pull it. We'll run around here and see if we can encounter one. At least just one. I hate Guavras. Yeah, these guys are extremely weak to fire, so just do that. Don't really want to run from battles because it does affect your seed rank. But if I keep running into those guys, I'll just run away. I just want to see the tri-face. As you can see, the tri-face enemy is kind of a rare spawn and down here. Oh, if anything, we're hurting more of our seed rank doing that. Well, we'll encounter those things more often in another area, so we'll just reload this data because I don't want to lose seed rank over dumb things like that. But if you do manage to pull a tri-face, see if the enemy has like high-level magic, specifically flare, and try to draw flare off of it because that'll be very, very powerful. They're susceptible to sleep, so if you need to sleep them, because they do kind of do a lot of damage, and their status element actually makes you fall asleep, so they can be kind of difficult to deal with down here. But for the next boss encounter we're about to have here, they're weak to fire, and you just want to make sure that your GFs are going to learn something useful, because you do gain a lot of AP from them. Looks good to me. These enemies do like to slow and blind you a lot, so Zell and Renoa might actually struggle here if they do get blinded. But they do carry like Escena magic, so you just have to stock, cast, draw it, do whatever you can. Hit the lever and then continue, and we'll get ambushed by these things. So Confuse, Cure, Escena, and Blind. Nothing important with these guys, just beat them. And that will be their most dangerous move. Pretty much cuts your HP in half. Don't mug those things. The fuel's not worth it. It's definitely more worth grabbing those 16 Wizard Stones, as they've been rare up to this point in the game. And they transform into the third tier of magic for pretty much every level of spell. And it's just useful to have them. We'll be able to gain more of those in time, but just get what you can for now. So with the oil boils defeated, do some cutscenes. With all that, that's cool cutscenes. We're gonna take off some of the stuff. Replace the magics you need to. And then no need to worry here. There's just going to be a lot of story section stuff, so a couple cutscenes or whatever. These guys are going to be panicking. Nothing important to do here, but just check the outside. And this is what I mean by there's a missable cutscene here, so if you don't bring Renoa, this doesn't happen. And she's the only character that any cutscene will happen inside of here, so that's missable. I just bring it. I bring her just because of it, but usually I would just go with the OG Garden triple here with Squall, Zell, and Questus, since she's from here. But just to showcase that little thing with Renoa, that's what you get. Short, simple, but, you know, to the point. So then once we get the original Garden song, everything is good to go, back to normal. And then with Renoa, this is also a missable section. The little garden date. And then for this part, you just kind of want to take her all around the garden. She just wants the most from this man. So I just kind of go from left to right still. Just some funny scenes around here. Select what you want. And this will also be another opportunity to grab any of the rare cards from the Disc 1 that you didn't grab. And you can get them now. She's already seen the dorm. I don't think there's an extra scene when you go back up here. I usually don't, yeah. All the NPCs have some kind of weird dialogue to them. Even Renault was like, what section of the part is this? So this NPC over here is actually going to be kind of important to have. He escaped from the prison too, made his way back to the garden. So restock on what you may have lost up to this point. Remember him being here because he's going to be important to one of the side quests of the game. Eventually a magazine's gonna spawn in on like the corner of this log piece. It won't happen for a while though, so we'll have to keep the training center in mind. There you go, romantic date by battling. So remember this area, and especially in the back area. We're gonna need to talk to this girl in the future. And she's alluding something here, telling him, like, how could you basically forget me? She's, very important to the story, actually. Like, really important. Then leave, head towards the front. There we go. So from here, they want you to go to the B1 level, which Squall's never even heard of before. And we are going to have another boss round down there. So for that boss, basic setup for it is to take off any elemental attacks, because this guy will just be resistant to magic. And you do want to hit kind of hard, like physically. So, you know, or you can use GFs and stuff like that. Carbuncle is going to be very useful if you use GFs, because the next boss likes to summon a lot of different magics. So if you have Carbuncle, I would give him a summon if you're struggling with any kind of spirit protection. And then, you know, same old rule, just ensure that your GFs are learning useful abilities or abilities that need a lot of AP, since it is a boss coming up, and have at least one character with draw. You do need draw here. Don't have to worry about encounters anymore. You're not going to gain a level since it's the boss fight, so go ahead and just plus up here. So in the next part, we'll head down to B1, and we are going to confront whoever this garden master is, and continue the story from there. So hopefully this has been helpful so far. Disc 2 isn't really my favorite disc of the entire game, but, you know, we have to do this. It's a lot of story section stuff. And I mean, now we have a floating garden, so hopefully we get to see what's going on with all that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next part.